the Foreign Affairs Minister, Honorable Mulambo Haimbe, the Minister of Health, Dr. Muchima, the Special Assistant to the President on Health Matters, Professor Chilengi, the Permanent Secretary in the Ministry of Home Affairs and Internal Security, Dixon Matembo, members of the press, fellow countrymen and women, colleagues from the media, you are welcome to this joint press briefing by the Ministry of Home Affairs and Internal Security, the Ministry of Foreign Affairs and International Cooperation, and the Ministry of Health, called to update the nation on the steps instituted by the Republican President, Mr. Hakainde Hichilema, meant to address concerns of theft of medicines in our public health facilities. As a result of the concerns raised by our cooperating partners and members of the public over the pilferage of medicines in our public health facilities, the government of the Republic of Zambia, through the Office of the Auditor General, on 27 House Coopers, in order to get to the bottom of the matter. I want to emphasize that prior to the engagement of PricewaterhouseCoopers, the President of the Republic of Zambia held various engagements with stakeholders, in particular those stakeholders who support the government of the Republic of Zambia in the provision of health services. These meetings were held at the State House, and there was an agreement that a private firm be engaged to conduct the forensic audit. According to the terms of the contract, the forensic audit, which commenced on 4th October 2024, PricewaterhouseCoopers was assigned to undertake a forensic audit on the receipt, delivery, storage, distribution, and usage of medicines funded by USAID and other cooperating partners. And as mandated by the Zambia Medicines and Medical Supplies Agency, ZAMSA, for the period January 2023 to July 2024. However, before the contract for the forensic audit was signed on 27 September 2024, the government courteously availed the terms of reference to various cooperating partners for them to undertake a review. It was only after this was done that the forensic audit commenced on 4th October 2024. Government therefore reaffirms that it has at all material times considered the cooperating partners as key stakeholders in this process. Therefore, we would like to announce to the nation that the forensic audit by PricewaterhouseCoopers has been finalized and has since been handed over to the security wings for further action. In this regard, the Ministry of Home Affairs and Internal Security would like to assure that the final audit report will enable the security wings investigate, arrest, and prosecute a number of those involved in this highly concerning matter of pilferage of drugs in the country's public health sector. Already, through diligent investigations and enforcement actions by the Task Force on Theft of Government Medicines, the state has successfully arrested some individuals behind this scam, ensuring accountability and protecting the integrity of the country's healthcare system. You may recall that there was a preliminary report that was submitted to government. As a result of the content of the preliminary report, the security wings did undertake some investigations and a number of culprits have been arrested. In line with investigations into procurement irregularities at the Zambia Medicines and Medical Supplies Agency and several pharmaceutical facilities at a number of locations countrywide, the task force raided 401 facilities, leading to the arrest of 75 individuals for various offenses under the Medicine and Allied Substances Act and the Penal Code. Out of those arrested, 27 individuals have already been convicted and fined in accordance with the penalties prescribed by the mentioned laws. And that notably, 5 of the arrested individuals were linked to the Ministry of Health, suggesting an organized syndicate responsible for pilfering government medicines. Further, between January 2023 and December 2024, 3 former Zambia directors deliberately disregarded procurement procedures, resulting in wasteful expenditure and the acquisition of medicines failing to meet the required 80% shelf life standard. The 3 individuals have since been arrested and released on police bond pending court appearance, and their case has been submitted to the National Prosecution Authority for further legal process. This countrywide crackdown is an actualization of government's stance of zero tolerance to theft of public resources. There will be, I repeat, there will be no sacred cows in this pursuit. At this juncture, members of the press, I would like to ask my colleague, the Honorable Minister of Foreign Affairs, to take it up from where I left. Honorable Minister.
Thank you. Thank you very much, the Honorable Minister of Home Affairs and Internal Security, the Honorable Minister of Health, and may I simply adopt the earlier salutations. At this stage, we just want to underscore on behalf of government one important aspect of our ongoing relationship with our cooperating partners, while underscoring that we value our partnership with the cooperating partners. We wish to take the opportunity to also reiterate what we have mentioned before as a ministry of the need for the use of formal diplomatic channels in communicating with the general public. We'd like to take this opportunity to again request our cooperating partners to take cognizance of the clear provisions of international law, including the provisions of the Vienna Convention of 1961, which outlines the expectations of conduct among diplomatic representatives, including the obligation to respect the laws and regulations of the receiving state and to refrain from interfering with internal affairs. Zambia, as I said earlier, values the important role played by the diplomatic corps in fostering international cooperation, promoting peaceful dialogue, and advancing bilateral and multilateral relations. In this regard, the government remains appreciative of the support rendered by all cooperating partners with whom it enjoys constructive engagement in the event of misunderstanding. We reiterate, there are already clear existing channels of cooperation, channels of communication, and channels of engagement which must at all material times be resorted to before any other means of communication are addressed. So we remain open to looking at all matters that concern our relationship with our cooperating partners in an open and transparent manner. I thank you all. Thank you very much.
Thank you, colleagues. At this juncture, I would like to call upon the Master of Ceremonies to take it up.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Honorable Deliverer. At this juncture, colleagues from the press, media, we have an opportunity to if there are any points of clarification, but the context has to be within what has just been delivered here, not outside the context. So you will mention your name and the media house which you represent. If there are any points of clarification, this is the time for us to be able to. If there is nothing, then Honorable.
I would like to assure the public and you colleagues, members of the press, that we'll be briefing you regularly pertaining to this matter. We are aware of the concerns of the members of the public. It is therefore in the interest of all the players to be informed at every stage. Thank you so much.
At this juncture, we've come to the end of the press briefing, the joint press briefing. Minister of Home Affairs and Business Security, Minister of Foreign Affairs, National Corporation, as well as the Minister of Health, and the other dignitaries. So thank you so much, and thank you so much, Honorable, for your time.
Thank you so much.